Hi, I'm Baddie Maddie, and yes, I am hot. But beneath the blowout and the lashes, I have a portfolio that would make your bank manager sweat. I have spent years mastering the game of wealth, and now I'm going to teach you how to play. So sit down, focus, and invest a few minutes of your time, darling. This is going to be the most profitable conversation you've had all year. You know what the biggest scam of the century is? It isn't crypto, and it isn't some pyramid scheme in your DMs. The biggest scam is the idea that if you are a good girl or a nice guy, if you keep your head down, save your pennies, and wait for permission, you will somehow magically become wealthy. Spoiler alert, sweetheart. You won't, Alukai. You will just get older, and you will get bitter. Today, we are officially ending your era of begging for crumbs. We are entering your financial villain era. And before you panic, no, I don't mean you have to be evil. I mean, you need to stop being a background character in your own life and start being the one writing the checks. Because being wealthy isn't about luck, Angel. It is about mathematics. And it is about having sharper elbows than your competition. Let's talk about something I call the nice girl tax. Have you ever stopped to calculate how much money your politeness is costing you? How many times have you said yes to a dinner you couldn't afford because you didn't want to kill the vibe? How many times did you accept a salary offer without negotiating because you were just grateful for the opportunity? Money loves boundaries. If you cannot say no to people who drain your energy and your wallet, you will never have enough resources to say yes to your own life. The harsh truth is that your bank account doesn't care about your feelings. It cares about inputs and outputs. And right now, your need to be liked is your biggest liability. In this era, we are done with people pleasing. Your boss is not your family. The bank is not your friend. These are transactions. And if you are bringing emotions to a business deal, you are the prey. It is time to be a little more selfish, darling, because self-preservation is the first law of nature, and financial independence is the ultimate form of self-care. Now let's get into the technicals, because I know you're smart enough to handle it. A lot of you are sitting on cash. You have your little savings account, and you think you're being responsible. You think you're safe, but you are not safe. You are slowly bleeding out. Let me introduce you to the silent killer: inflation. If you have money sitting in a standard savings account earning next to nothing, while inflation is running at 3, 4, or 5%, your money is literally rotting. It is losing purchasing power every single night while you sleep. The bank loves you for this. They take your cash, pay you peanuts, and then they lend that same money out at 6% or invest it for 8%. You are literally subsidizing their profits. Stop being a charity for billionaires, sweetheart. You need to understand the difference between looking rich and actually being wealthy. We are not here to buy liabilities that depreciate the second you take the tag off. We are here to buy assets. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. That designer bag you put on a credit card, that is a liability. That is bad debt. But using the bank's money to buy a rental property that pays for itself and gives you cash flow every month, that is good debt. That is leverage. And I know investing sounds scary. They want it to sound scary, so you don't do it. But listen to me closely. Investing is not gambling if you know what you are doing. Let's look at the S&P 500. It sounds fancy, but it's just a basket of the 500 biggest, most successful companies in America. Historically, over the last century, it returns about 10% a year on average. Do you know what compound interest is? Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. And honestly, he was the original baddie for that. Compound interest is when your money makes babies, and then those babies grow up and have their own babies. If you start investing consistently now, even if it's just a little bit, in 10 or 20 years, your money will be working harder than you ever could. That is how you build screw you money. That is how you walk into a room and don't care what anyone thinks, because your dividends pay your rent. Speaking of rent, let's talk about housing. Everyone tells you the American dream is to buy a house and pay a mortgage for 30 years until you die. I say, let's hack the system. Why are you paying for your lifestyle? Why aren't your assets paying for it? This is called house hacking. Buy a duplex. Live in one unit, rent out the other. Get a roommate. Put a room on Airbnb. Baddie Maddie doesn't pay for a roof over her head out of her salary. Baddie Maddie owns assets that cover her overhead. If you are paying 100% of your living expenses from your active labor, you are trapped. You are one bad meeting away from ruin. And that is not a cute look, Angel. I can hear some of you making excuses already. But Maddie, I don't have thousands to invest. Maddie, I'm scared of the stock market crashing. Darling, listen to me. The biggest risk you will ever take is taking no risk at all. The biggest risk is staying in your comfort zone where it's warm and safe, but it smells like mediocrity. You don't need $1 million to start. You need discipline. You need to automate your success. Set up a transfer so that the day your paycheck hits, your investment money disappears into your brokerage account before you can spend it on an iced coffee or a dress you'll wear once. Pay yourself first. Your financial villain era isn't about being mean. It is about being respected. It is about looking at the world and realizing that nobody is coming to save you. No prince, no lottery ticket, no inheritance. It is just you, your wits, and your compound interest. So here's the deal. Stop trying to look wealthy for Instagram and start becoming wealthy for your future self. Stop letting people guilt trip you into spending money you don't have. And for the love of everything holy, stop leaving your money in a checking account to die. I want you to be dangerous. I want you to be so financially secure that you can walk away from any job, any relationship, or any situation that doesn't serve you. That is real power. That is the ultimate aesthetic. We have only scratched the surface today. This world is deep, and I have so many more secrets to tell you. But for now, take a look at your finances and ask yourself, are you the CEO of your life? Or are you just an unpaid intern? Stay hot, stay smart, and most importantly, stay invested. Bye.